Welcome back. That was a short commercial break, just giving you updates of what to expect, of course, the weekend movie. But the highlight for the evening will be the FA Cup final, Chelsea taking on Leicester City, and that match is live on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner. So keep it here. Our news will be, not news, but habari za jioni will be coming to you at around 6, thereabout, a little bit earlier. So keep a date with us. We will be taking you all the way through the final that's coming to you live from Wembley Stadium, live on your true sports partner. Well, the Shujaa team have been in South Africa for the last 2 weeks, where they've been taking part in the Solidarity Cup. This is part of the Olympic Games preparations. It has been a grueling 2 weeks, and they've played in the Solidarity Cup. And of course, earlier on today, they were beaten in the final by the Blitsbokke of South Africa by 31 points to 5, finishing second in the 4-nation tournament that included Kenya, South Africa, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. Of course, it is part of the preparations for the Olympic Games. We are privileged and honored to be joined by the head coach of the Kenya Sevens team, that's Shujaa, Mr. Simiyu, and of course, popularly known as Nambos, and Vince Onyala, the captain of the team, joining us from Stellenbosch in South Africa. Then, of course, Mr. Barnaba Korir here in the country, just to give us more updates around the preparations of Team Kenya and the Olympic Games. Let's start by Nambos, who is in Stellenbosch, South Africa. Nambos, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Nambos. How is it in Stellenbosch? I've been there before, and the place is so beautiful with lots of mountains and stuff. How are you keeping?
The weather has been very good over the week. I think it just turned today. It's been raining today. Here it's raining like Nairobi. So we are in the cold now, but all is well, and all the boys are doing very well.
Well done. Watched your match earlier on, and not just one match, but I've watched nearly all the matches that you've played in South Africa in the Solidarity Cup tournament. How satisfied are you as the coach of the team now that you finished second behind the pre-tournament favorites, the Blitsbokke?
I think for us, it's a journey to the Olympic Games. And it's just an issue of ticking the right boxes as we are on this journey. Our key focus for this tournament was our kick receipt breakdown and our tackle completion. So we are quite happy with the progression of the players. We can see that we are on course for a good performance at the Olympic Games. And of course, the most important thing for us is to thank the government for their support for ensuring that we are able to participate in this tournament. NOC for hosting us and ensuring that we participate and keep playing rugby locally back at home. So we are quite happy that in our journey to the Olympics, things are looking more clearer, and hopefully we can progress forward.
Well, very good preparations indeed. Also joining us from South Africa, we have the captain of the team currently in South Africa, Vince Onyala. Vince, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too.
Thank you very much for joining us. How is it? What's the mood like? Very good tournament indeed. Very good camping outside the country. How has it been for the last 2 weeks?
It has always been a pleasure to be here in South Africa, probably Cape Town, to be able to play this game. You know, playing something that you like really brings people together, and it has really helped us
I have a TV interview.
for the mood to be here in the camp, and we are quite happy that the government has facilitated us to be able to participate in this camp as we prepare for our forthcoming Olympic Games.
Well, very well put there indeed. It's always every player's prayer and a hope that they can get such opportunities to prepare for major tournaments. Are the players feeling psyched? Are they missing home, or all is set and they're just focused and asking themselves what next?
Here and there, you might find one or two trying to think about the things that are not game-oriented. Like people tend to think about home, and that team brotherhood and the team culture brings them back on track and assist them to be able to focus for the things at hand, which we are here and we need to train and make sure that our preparations are in check. Then we go back home and get as well be with our families and enjoy their company too.
The rugby and the hospitality by your hosts, that's the South African, rugby team. Have they been as good as you'd wish any time in terms of hospitality? Have you gotten used to the Hunjani, Siavon kind of stuff, and are you all comfortable?
Yeah, we're comfortable. Being here in South Africa, it's like our second home, because majority of us like playing rugby in this land, because we find that we get a proper competition in this area, and it just brings about the positivity in us and that grit to be able to play this game to the best of our abilities.
Well done, and wishing you all the best. Before I come back to both you and Nambos, let's crisscross now back to the country, and also joining us is Mr. Barnaba Korir, to give us an update as well of Team Kenya and what to expect out on all that has been happening. Mr. Korir, of course, there have been concerns. We all know what's happening in Tokyo at the moment, signing petitions so that the Olympic Games do not take off and stuff. Are you worried? Are you concerned? First and foremost, thank you for making time to be with us.
Thank you very much, Abidi. I think you have touched well that we are preparing for the Olympics. Everything has been going on well, despite the conditions that we are going through with COVID-19. The Team Kenya comprises of rugby, both men and women. We have also volleyball team. We have athletics, taekwondo, boxing. I remember boxers are already in Russia. One of the boxers who won bronze, and they're doing pretty well, part of their training. Those teams have done so well. Also swimmers, some of them are outside the country. And a few weeks ago, we had the athletics team for relays. They tried to qualify, but they were very close. We won 2 silvers and 1 bronze, which of course is one of the best performance so far. So with the support from the government, National Olympic Committee has organized the teams very well. They have given all the support, especially those teams who are still seeking a qualification, both here and outside the country. The Shujaa team in South Africa, they have done their best. I think I've been in touch with their captain, and they're doing very well. We have also the women who are supposed to report to the camp by Monday. They were in Tunisia. They're also training. Currently, we have volleyball team, Malkia Strikers in Mombasa. They have to adjust also to the conditions which will replicate what will happen in Tokyo. What I would say is that we receive information also from Tokyo that they're having an upsurge of COVID-19 currently, and you realize that some of the citizens of that country, they're still insisting that the event should be cancelled, but IOC is saying that will go on, but I still believe that it will go on. But our teams are doing well. Currently, we are in Eldoret, following up on marathoners. The team has already been selected, and those ones are training very well, and I'm sure that we are going to strike gold with that team. While we are waiting for the trials on the 17, 18, 19 for the main team now from track and field for athletics teams. So, so far, this time around, we have had a good support from the government with the CS and the PS. They have done a great job in ensuring that our athletes, all the federations get the support they require. This is the only time I've seen that there is a lot of support and guidance from the government. I'm sure the athletes are going to do well, and I'm sure those who are in South Africa, when they come back, they have learned a lesson or two that before they go for another competition, they'll be ready. And I'm sure by the time we go to Tokyo, we'll be sure that they are going to reach the finals.
Mr. Korir, thank you very much for that update from all the teams. The seventh team, that's Shujaa and the Lionesses that you've mentioned. We know that there is that, Los Angeles 7th Olympic build-up tournament that's happening in June 25th to 26th. Kenya has been invited for both Shujaa and the Lionesses. It will host, it will be United States, Argentina, Kenya, Korea, and Samoa. Are we working around the clock to ensure that they finally manage to also be part of that as the Olympic preparations build up?
Yes, of course, the program is going on. It is in their calendar, and I'm sure that they will be traveling to Los Angeles for that tournament. And I think it is important for them that they should go there to ensure that they get ready for the major competition in Tokyo. So I'm sure that the preparation that they have done already, and it is in the calendar, and I'm sure that it was also budgeted, and they should be going to Los Angeles.
Let me now engage Nambos on this. Innocent, we know that preparations is key, and our National Olympic Committee seems to be giving you the best preparation you'd ever want. We have the Los Angeles 7th Olympic build-up that's coming up 25th to 26th of June. USA, Argentina, of course, Kenya, Korea, and Samoa. Are you looking at this as another stepping stone in terms of getting the boys ready before we talk about, before we even look at some of the areas that need improvement from the just concluded Solidarity Cup?
Yes, for us, we will have to thank NOC because I think in any major event that I've participated in the past, be it Commonwealth, the Olympics, the World Cup, this has been the best preparation for Team Kenya. And you have to thank NOC for ensuring that all teams are equipped, both technically, by giving technical support, and also in terms of resources, in terms of camps and everything. And the government coming through has been a big bonus for us in terms of our preparation. Las Vegas is in our plans. We are planning to travel to LA with 16 players. This will be our final push in terms of fine-tuning the team, because we have some boys who are training at home, and we have some boys who we came with to camp. So we'll have one more camp to be able to select the final team that will go to LA. And from that team that will go to LA, we will get the 13 players that will represent the country at the Olympic Games. From where we sit, we are at a good space. And we believe if we keep pushing and keep stepping forward, then we will be at a good space to get good performance at the Olympic Games, and hopefully bring back a medal for the team sport in Kenya.
Nambos, I mean, it's the best that can ever happen, and what National Olympic Committee of Kenya is doing is the best. Looking at the Solidarity Cup, 2 weekends of action, very good improvement, one must, admit in terms of going forward, the physical fitness of the team you can see. But the final match today, would you say the boys were tired because they could hardly leave our half going forward, apart from, Bufa getting that only try that Kenya got? We could hardly get out of our half. These things do happen in matches, but would you attribute this to tiredness? Maybe they were tired because they've been running havoc through the teams throughout the last 2 weekends.
I think it's just an issue of where the team is in its journey to Olympics, because all roads lead to Tokyo. If you look at South Africa and let's say Argentina, when we met them in Madrid, in regards to their journeys, they are way ahead, and perhaps they were looking at the team peaking at different points. As for our journey to Tokyo, we are at the right place. We can't just look at the results only. We have to look at the performance, because that is what informs us in terms of the journey, whether we are on course or whether we are behind. For us, after this camp in South Africa, we are quite confident that we're on the right track, that we are ticking the right boxes in terms of key focus being breakdown, kickoff receipts, and tackle completion. We can see that the there's progression there, very good progress from the players. We can see the fitness of the players has improved. So our key focus as we head towards LA will be able to play at that higher intensity, where South Africa, you can see in their program, they are already at that point. So for us, that is now the next step in terms of match intensity and being able to execute at that intensity consistently for 14 minutes. So we are quite confident that we are on the right track and we will keep improving as we go forward.
It is good that, some of the things you've mentioned, the fitness levels, you could see the tackles. Clearly, the team is making strides and getting to where Kenya Sevens is known for. As we look at this, Vince, as the captain of the team, a lot of your followers back at home always keep tabs of what's happening, and anytime before you get to the pitch, Twitter is abuzz with "It's Kenya Sevens time," and we all follow through what's happening. Are you feeling there's a lot of pressure preparing for the Olympics, looking at the last Olympic performance as the captain of the team? What's the feel of the team? Is there pressure going into the Olympics?
There's no pressure currently in the team because, as the coach said, our main aim is to tick those little boxes and correct where we've seen we're going wrong and be able to see how we get back on track and be able to even focus for bigger things ahead.
And one thing that we've not seen of late, I don't know whether you're practicing about this, Kenya is always known to be the crowd's favorite, the darlings. I know while out there, are you practicing the dances that Kenya is always known for? Because you're always darling of every crowd everywhere you go.
Yeah, we are. Rugby is a fun game, and doing something that you like brings that fun in you by default. So there are a couple of things that we are working out. And hopefully, when we get the crowd later in the games, we'll be able to entertain the crowd.
I don't want to call names of the clowns in the team who will always get that running, but some of them, they are always looking at celebrating every goal, or not goal, but every point that comes through. But it's the order of the day, having fun and always looking forward. Still with you, Vince, some of the teams that you've played gave their best in terms of getting to the next level. We all know that Zim and Uganda are now heading for the repechage, to try get to the Olympics. How was the tournament in terms of standards from a playing point of view? Do you feel that you've learned a lot and you keep improving by the day?
Yeah, learnings don't just end by day. We keep learning every day, and being here, playing at that higher level, meeting opponents like South Africa. They are one of our participants who we play with at the HSBC World Rugby Sevens, and playing them, they bring an intensity that we really look forward to, and we are really looking forward to be able to even match and be able to focus as we keep on playing them.
Before I get back to Korir, let me engage Nambos. Nambos, during the week, you are facilitator as well with Neil Powell, the Bliss Boca coach. Talk to us about the entire 2 weeks and just being a facilitator. How intense can it be? And of course, it's a privilege for somebody like you to be given an opportunity as a facilitator during the 2 weeks. How was it?
I think this has been one of the best camps that we've ever had as a team. Having the opportunity to engage with other coaches in regards to the game and how to improve as Africa, as African teams. We managed to also get the players to do level 1 coaching, which was very good. It will increase the knowledge of the team in regards to the game and how we approach it. We've also managed to be able to expose the technical bench to level 2 coaching and some players, especially our captain and Levi Amunga, which again will help us in terms of pathways in regards to the next steps for the players once they stop playing. So for us, we are very happy because we got to a point where, as Africa, we came together to share information for the good of the game information in terms of leadership and how to run effective teams, information in regards to how the game demands right now and what is required in regards to analysis and the technical input of the game, and also being able to just question each other different approaches, and which helps to fine tune you as a coach.
Well, congratulations. It's not any mean achievement, and just getting that opportunity. And it's good when you talk about, Africa in general and looking at how to get effective teams. What a way to do it. Mr. Korir, as we cross through and back to Eldoret here in the country, your hands must be full. I don't envy you at all, because keeping tabs, keeping an eye of what's happening in Stellenbosch in South Africa, you're keeping an eye on what's happening in Russia with the boxing team, you're keeping an eye on what's happening in Mombasa with the Malkia Strikers. Your plate must be full.
Yes, Abidi, I think you have put it right. At the moment, we are very busy to ensure that all the teams are kept at home. In fact, every day you don't rest. You have to make sure that you have all the updates for every team. This morning, we wanted to make sure that we have to test the rugby women so that they can report to the camp. We have taekwondo. We have also athletics teams that they are preparing for the trials, and to ensure they have all the necessary support that they require. And it is not easy. Holding our teams, even in South Africa, rugby team would have done better, but they had to go through so many challenges because of the COVID-19. They cannot train the way they should. So
not getting Mr. Korir so well. Yes, Korir, go ahead. Go ahead.
We want to make sure that we give all the support to all the teams that they require as they prepare for the Olympics. Have to do as team management, and the most important thing is we have the coordination that has been going on very well. That National Olympic Committee has done a tremendous job organizing every federation, and also with the support of the government that has gone into this preparation. And with that support, I think our work is cut so that we don't really struggle so hard, especially when it comes to finance. But as far as management is concerned, I think we have done all the best to ensure that the teams get the support necessary to make that, especially those who have not qualified. They have been given all the opportunities to try to qualify. Those who have already met the team, they are also supported equally. So I think so far, if we continue like this, we are sure that our teams will do well during the Olympic Games.
Thank you very much, Mr. Korir. It's such a time that your hands are full, and whatever is being seen at the moment in terms of Olympic preparations has never been seen before in this country. A hands-on National Olympic Committee ensuring that all teams get the best preparations for the Olympic Games that are scheduled later on in the year. Despite all that's happening in Tokyo, there has been a lot of talk. Nambos, let's now look at some of the areas that you feel as coach need improvement based on the camp that you've gone through and the few matches that you managed to play. One of the areas that is me, based on the game that was played last, was kickoffs. We seem not to be so good on kickoffs, more so the restarts where we are receiving. What are some of the other areas that you feel need improvement going forward as we continue with our preparations?
I think kickoff, what we can say in terms of our standard, we're not yet at our standard. But in regards to improvement, there's been a very big improvement. If you look at Madrid, Dubai, and now. So we are quite happy with the pace we're improving. And I think by LA, we will be hitting our standards in that aspect of the game. Another key factor for us is the breakdown. We pride ourselves in the breakdown, on being experts in the breakdown. We are at a good space, yes, but for us to have an edge, we still have to put on a bit more work, because it is our strength, and we want to take pride in it. And the game is becoming faster, so we have to be able to execute more at that area, so that we dominate the world in that aspect. The last one in regards to tackle completion, I think we it's an area I felt we sort of stagnated a bit in this tournament, but whenever we executed our tackles very well, we were quite good in those games. So for us, it is just ticking those small boxes. Of course, when we go back to camp, we'll try and improve those areas of the games, and also pick 3 other areas that we feel that we need to push a bit more, so that we have an edge over our opponents when we go to the Olympic Games.
You've mentioned another, some of the areas that need improvement. One area that we are also seeing some slight improvement is not like it used to be in the yesteryears that we've seen, is conversions. We seem to be slowly getting there. What is being done around this? Because you can clearly see strides towards perfection.
Yes, our conversions have really improved in this tournament. From our statistics, we are at 88%, which I think has been the highest ever we've ever had. So we, of course, also scored a good number of the tries at center posts. But being at 88% conversion success rate is something very good. It's higher than the international level standard of 75. So for us, we are quite confident that the kickers, the work that they're putting at training, and they put in a lot of work. You have to recommend them for that. It's working and it's bearing fruits, and hopefully they can continue in the same stride. And it's just a big up to Tony Omondi, to Tabu, Daniel Tabu, Levi Munga, Makwe Moi, and Olindi, who really put in the work. And we sort of operate in teams, so we'll have to also give thanks to the guys who head that team, of kicking team, which is headed by Collins and Eden Aguero. So they've been putting some good work, and we really urge them to continue ticking the boxes.
Well, it's always an improvement, and as the captain Vincent Onyala said earlier on, that learnings are every day. You never stop learning, and the day you stop learning, then it means that you no longer are interested in whatever you're doing. Vince, learning has always been a key aspect of everything. What are some of those learnings that you've picked in the camp in South Africa as, for the last 2 weeks? Learning has always been a daily thing. What are some of those that you've picked as a team that you can pick on to build on as we move forward to the next, organized camp?
Personally, I'd say that the major thing, this camp has been like one of a kind camp that I've ever had so far in rugby, because it has enabled me to be able to expand more in the game and be able to even pursue level 2 course. And for the rest of the team, it has been the best planning point, because there are some of the things that we couldn't see as a team, and but now when a few guys are able to see and interact and give views, and we analyze and be able to move on together as a team, is quite tremendous, because normally the coach is the only one that normally tells us that this is where we need to do, this is what we need to do, they're doing this, that. But now it is coming from the team members, and you can see that all the players have owned up the team, picking up where they need to exploit opportunities and bring them out, and be able to discuss them as a team, and see how we move and get benefits from them.
Vince, it's very good to hear. As the captain, you keep saying team. Clearly shows that, team is everything. I personally always believe that team, T stands for together, E stands for everyone, A achieves, and M is more. So together, everyone achieves more. Wishing you all the best with the team. Mr. Korir, we know that days are getting closer by the day. for the Olympic Games. You've run us through a schedule and mentioned that you have your athletics trials coming up soon. Have you finalized on everything, and when and where will the trials be so that we can wrap up and now start seeing the shape of Team Kenya? We know Lionesses are there, Shujaa is there, Malkia Strikers are there. We know we have other sports also coming up like boxing. When are we closing athletics? A marathon team is done. When is the athletics team being closed up?
Abidi, the reason why I'm in Eldoret was to look at the facilities. Last year, at least Kenya announced that we are going to have the trials for Tokyo in Eldoret. Apparently, we wanted to make sure that the facilities are there so that our athletes can utilize those ones. I came here this
not getting connectivity to Mr.
morning with
Yes.
Yes, with me also here is Patrick Sang, who is in charge of marathon. I have also the technical director, Ibrahim Hussein, who also accompanied us to check the facilities. That decision on where we are going to have the trials will be made on Tuesday, because we wanted to see, because the stadium in Eldoret, Kipchoge Stadium, is not yet complete, but we wanted to know whether it is possible to do the trials even if the stands are not ready. That decision will be made on Tuesday, but the dates for the trials has already been set. It will be on 17, 18, and 19 of June. The venue will be announced on Tuesday by the president to ensure that
not getting very good connectivity with Mr. Korir. When we get that, we will be getting back to him. Nambos, maybe I get back to you as the coach of the Sevens team down in South Africa at the moment. What next for your team? When are you guys back? And after that, we know that June 25th to 26th, there is the LA Olympic build-up tournament where you'll be taking on very seasoned sides. We are talking about the United States, we are talking about Argentina, Samoa, and Korea. What's the roadmap? When are you guys back, and what happens after that?
We have a tricky schedule in terms of itinerary going back home. So we leave tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning, and we land back in Kenya at 2 a.m. Then we'll expect the players to go to isolation at least for 3 days. Then we will test them again for COVID, has been the protocol. From then, that week for us is more of a recovery week. Once they're out of isolation, most of the people who have small niggles will be doing some rehab, because we'll start now training on Tuesday, the other week, at KRU, and then proceed to camp at the end of the month, which is a high performance camp again. So we have to get all the players ready for the camp. They have to prepare for the camp so that we can push the team to the next level. We'll do a 2-week camp. After the 2-week camp, then we'll travel to LA. So for us, that is the roadmap, and it's like the final push in regards to the team for the Olympic Games. So we are quite confident with the support from NOC and the support from the government that we'll be able to actualize this last part of our preparation and hopefully get some good performance at the Olympic Games.
Nambos, did I get it right that you are starting your journey 7:30 p.m. Tonight? Tonight, that's 8:30 p.m. Kenyan time?
No, we are starting our journey. We have a flight to Joburg at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow. So we're leaving Stellenbosch at 4:30 in the morning. Then we fly to Joburg. Then we have a flight from Joburg to Addis, Ethiopia, at 2:30 p.m. tomorrow, and we fly to Nairobi at midnight and land in Nairobi from Addis at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Thank you very much for that clarity, and wishing you a safe flight home. Vince, as the captain of the team, there is always this many call it a monster called the bubble. How has the experience been staying in a bubble, and what does it feel like when you're in a bubble? Do you feel like you're in a prison?
I will say, as prisoners say, because rugby is a sport that brings joy to the soul, and when you're there playing the game, being happy, sharing happy moments with your teammates, you don't like really miss at home because family is above everything, and no one can separate family from whatever they do. Just making new families like we've done, making rugby, being in a team as a family, that it makes us happy and be able to even focus more for the things at hand.
Then, of course, technology makes it easy for you to connect with the outside world.
Yeah, true.
My director tells me that it would be wrong if I didn't ask both of you an opportunity kutuma salamu. Nambos, I'm told kutuma salamu is something that you can't miss to do before we wrap up. Unataka kutuma salamu wapi? Simiyu as the coach.
So for me, first of all, I'd like to thank the government, NOC, Sports Fund headed by Marco Mbugu, who have been supporting the team and traveling with the team and urging the team. I'd like also to take this opportunity to thank KRU as the custodian of the game and for allowing us to start training. We started late, but at least we started in November and we can see the progress in the team. But last of all, for me, I think kusalimia watu wangu wa nyumbani, my family, who have been my biggest supporters, my wife and my kids, watu wangu wa Mount Elgon, Kituko, na wasalimia wote. Ndakuja huko tuendelee kupanda kahawa na tusalimiane, nikuja na safari na habari za Afrika Kusini. Asante.
Na ile jogo.
Na jogo watayarishe Etwaya.
Vince, this is that opportunity that you get to talk to Kenyans on behalf of the squad. Of course, 2 weeks, it's been tough, but you've held your heads high, maintained the status of Kenya Shujaa team. We no longer point fingers, but we always say Kenya seventh time. What would that message be as we start wrapping up the discussion?
I'd like to send my greetings to my family, the family members of our team members, and I'd like to tell them that a big thank you for the good company they're giving unto us, for us to be able to play and represent them, all the different names that are in the team. And I would just like to tell them to keep up what they're doing, and because we really feed off their energies, and we like it when we do this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vince, captain of Shujaa team, finishing second in the Solidarity Cup in Stellenbosch, Cape Town, South Africa. The Bliesbokag winning that. Coach Namkos, as you are closing short on this, how does it feel? You as coach, you get the opportunity to play against teams like the United States, who put their best team, Argentina, we are looking at Korea, and also Samoa, seasoned teams in the seventh circuit. Does this give you the perfect preparation, maybe the last camp that you'd want before the Olympic Games?
Yes, it is quite good, and we are all yearning for that exposure in terms of playing these teams. For us, it's a final push in terms of preparation, in terms of improving the different facets of the game. So we are quite eager to go and play US. We played them in Madrid, managed to beat them twice, but we know they'll be better, and they have improved team. We'll be eager to have another shot at Argentina, who we have not managed to beat this year. And Samoa, who we don't know how they play, how they are, or what new strategies they have, and South Korea. So for us, we'll be very eager to play new opposition, because that's the only way we can refine our game to be able to execute it against different opponents, and also understand the principles in regards to our attack and defense better.
Thank you very much, Coach Namkos, and of course, Vince Onyala, captain of the team. We appreciate you making time to be with us and wishing you all the best. My message to you and Vince, maybe to the entire team, is please remain positive and test negative.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Wishing you all the best, and looking forward to seeing you have a safe flight back home. And of course, Jogo will be ready for Namco's team. Thank you very much for the good work that's happening. That has been the Kenya Sevens Shujaa coach Innocent Simiyu joining us from Stellenbosch, that's in Cape Town, South Africa, and Vincent Onyala, captain of the team out there, finishing second in the Solidarity Cup tournament that was happening. It was a four-nation tournament. Then, of course, earlier on, also joined by Mr. Barnaba Korir, giving us an update of what's been happening around all the teams. The Heat squad, we all know that the Boxers are in Russia as we speak. We'll be giving you full results when we get them. Then, of course, we have the Malkia Strikers down in Mombasa for their training camp, just trying to acclimatize. Remember, they're already getting into the right conditions as in Tokyo. Then we also have the rugby team in South Africa. A lot of work. Mr. Korir also mentioned that 17th, 18th, and 19th we will be having the athletics trials to get to know who makes it Team Kenya from an athletics point.